So I know I talked about being a girl who plays video games in a world predominantly male, but sometimes it's just funny to bring it up again. So I was doing a run with my friends in WildStar. We were doing a veteran dungeon, trying to see if we could get a silver because they were waiting for their last person for their static group to do their runs, and in the meantime they're like, okay, well, let's try and get Mix her silvers, because I'm one of the people who doesn't have silver yet, and I'm also one of the people who doesn't really have a static group anymore because my static group kind of fell apart. I don't really know what's going on with it. I mean, I have my core group, which was like me and two other people, but they haven't been on, and then I don't know what happened with my tank. And then like we rotate like 6 other people in and out. Actually, there's 2 people who tank, and then there's like 3 other DPS, and yeah, blah blah blah. Anyways, yeah, so pretty much I have no group. And so they have been trying to help me get my silvers in, because eventually it's gonna happen where they're gonna have to try and help everybody get those silvers. And so they've been, since I've been hanging out with them, since my other friends have not been around, they're like, okay, well, we'll try and help you get yours. Here's the funny part about it, though. The fact that I am a female and I'm, you know, and I play this, with all these guys and stuff like that, they are already charmed by me. Because just due to the fact that I am a girl. Like, one of my, not to call anybody out, but one of my friends has a giant crush on me because I am a female and I am Asian. And he says that's his weakness. And if you ever watch this video, you know exactly who you are, and I have nothing against it. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I'm just making an example. Anyways, the reason why I bring it up is because earlier when I was in that run, like I mentioned, I just really need to talk about this because I thought it was hilarious. So we weren't doing so hot, and you know, like there's all these things going on, and it was a little bit of lag, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of bad luck, and I guess, and I don't know, just a whole lot of stuff. And so we were doing really badly, and one of the guys decides to crack a joke out of the whole thing. And as he's dying, he's saying something about how we're going too hard because they're all trying to impress me. And one of the other guys just goes, no, if we were trying to impress her, we wouldn't be doing this badly. I honestly just started cracking up so badly, because I mean, it's one thing to, like, in one sense it's kind of cute if they actually are trying to impress me with the video game, because I mean, that is one way to impress me, is with your elite gaming skills. I'm sorry I feel like moving the camera, I'm only holding it with one hand because I'm lazy right now. But yeah. It's one thing to try and impress me with your elite gaming skills, but it's another thing when we're trying to get through something and everyone's kind of getting frustrated at each other and someone cracks a joke like that. I thought it was perfect timing, and it was hilarious because it kind of loosened all the tension that was in the air from wiping and everything like that, and I appreciate it. I thought it was funny, but it, like I said, I just brought it up because it's one of those things about being a female and, you know, playing amongst all these guys and whatnot. Another friend pointed something out about how he was the only one who didn't flirt with me in the guild, and I just started laughing at that too, because in a sense, like, oh my god, I should probably hold it. It's like, I do it just for fun because that's kind of how I am. That's how I joke around with guys, because, you know, it's super easy because I'm a girl, and, you know, what easy way to poke fun at somebody than to playfully flirt with them. And I even told my other friend about this before, about how, you know, that's what I do. And, like, it's one of those situations where it's like, if you get a response out of it, it's gonna happen again. And so, you know, that's how I am. And so he was making a joke out about how, you know, he's the only one who doesn't flirt with me, and I was like, that's okay, I still hurt you. But at the end of the day, I mean, these guys are all really great people, and they've been really fun to run content with in this game, and I'm super happy that I actually ended up in this guild because everyone's been super welcoming. I mean, before people knew that I was a girl, like, they were all still really nice to me, and I mean, everyone's really nice to anybody who joins the guild, and, you know, as long as you prove yourself to be a competent person, a competent player, they have no reason to dislike you. And, for the most part, at least I try to make people feel welcome, and I know our guild leader does a really good job at trying to, you know, involve everybody in everything, and I appreciate that because I've been in lots of guilds where guild leaders don't do shit. They're just the face. And not to call anybody out on, you know, like in guilds I've been in before. I've actually been several really good guilds who, you know, were on top of their shit. Like the guild I ended up in Rift before I quit was a major progression guild, and I did a lot of really, you know, I was like on top of progression in that game, and so I really appreciate it. But yeah, I really appreciate how this guild handles things, and, you know, although for the most part my WildStar life has been mostly just hilarious and a lot of teasing guys. I mean, they give me a whole bunch of crap, and so I'm just gonna throw it right back at them. To be completely honest, and if any of you guys who are in my guild are watching this and hear me say that, whatever you throw at me, I'm gonna throw it right back in your face, guys. But honestly, I do really appreciate it. And one of the biggest things another reason why I want to mention this too is just the fact that somebody else in the guild told me about how in beta there was apparently a forum, there was a forum post that was over 100 posts long, consisting of 3 women complaining about breast sizes in Rift, or not in Rift, in WildStar, and I just sat there and I did exactly what I just did just now. It was just like epic facepalm. And I mean, it's one thing if you are trying to combat over-sexualization in video games, and I mean, like, if that bothers you, I respect you for that. Like, you're entitled to your opinion, and if you feel like you are being sexualized as a woman because of it, then feel free to speak up, honestly. But this game, if you think about it, the proportions in this game are so wildly inaccurate that breast sizes honestly don't even mean anything. And I think the funniest part about it is that you don't have to pick the giant boobs. Like, it's not like you can't customize your character's body type. I mean, they're like my characters are all really tiny body types. Like, they're like the second smallest body type, and so they have tiny chests and, you know, super skinny proportions. And but yeah, yeah. And it's not like I did it because, you know, I didn't pick that because, oh, I am a girl, I gotta pick the tiniest chested female. No, it's just because I prefer my characters to be very lanky as opposed to, you know, like, giant. And I'm not saying anything bad about, like, the characters who have larger proportions or anything like that. No, I have zero issue with it. It's just I'm so used to having very, very lanky looking characters and making lanky looking characters that it's just kind of like, that's just kind of where I went. But yeah, anyways, kind of ranty. But yeah, I got what I wanted out, and women in video games, yeah, over-sexualization is a thing, and it's something that we should try and move away from, but honestly, it's gonna keep happening because it's so male-dominated in this field. And yeah, I hear a lot about it, and honestly, I always have a lot to say on the subject because even though I'm a girl, I may not always agree with what other girls say about women in video games. But yeah, anyways, I like how I said the other one was short and it ended up being at least 6 minutes long. But yeah, on this one for here for now, and I hope that putting 2 today makes up for the weekend of nothing. Anyways, until next time, guys.